Welcome to the Shock Toe podcast, the talk show Shock Toe, where we ask the important questions. That's our new motto I just came up with.
Great.
Today we have a guest, Courtney Nicole.
Yes.
I knew it. Yes. Davila.
Yeah.
Or as I know, her knees. Well, let's just get right into it. Let's talk about the personality test. So I already did this thing. And I really like it. And there's a lot of stupid ones on Facebook and crap. They're like, oh, which house, are you Gryffindor or Ravenclaw? And it's like, are you smart or are you a douche? Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that's why I like this. Because it's good. Mm-hmm. But I've only done it. I've never had anybody else do it and talk to them about it.
Yeah.
It's called 16personalities.com. It's pretty good. It's free. I don't know who does it, but somebody recommended it to me. And I did it, and I liked it a lot. It kind of sounds to me like, because nobody wants to do a personality test and then find out they're a terrible person. So when you read the thing, it tells you all the good things about you.
Yeah, of course.
There is a section, though, that's like called strengths and weaknesses. Yeah. And we'll go over that one for both of us, because I think it's probably like one of the best ones. Yeah. And at least when I looked at mine, I was like, yeah, that's totally true. That's totally true. Mm-hmm. That's totally true. But there were a couple that were easily just like, no, that's not me. Yeah. But it's interesting. So we're going to get right into it. So the options here, you could strongly agree or strongly disagree or moderately or I guess, I don't know what you call it. It's somewhat. It doesn't have labels. And then you can do neutral. But it says, don't answer neutral.
Got it.
Because that'll make it less accurate. So first question. You find it difficult to introduce yourself to other people. Agree or disagree?
Moderately disagree.
Moderately disagree. So you do not find it hard to introduce yourself to them?
No.
These are kind of confusing sometimes to think about them. You often get so lost in thoughts that you ignore or forget your surroundings.
Like the smallest agree bubble.
The smallest degree. Okay. That's interesting. I'd strong agree on that one. You try to respond to your emails as soon as possible and cannot stand a messy inbox. So this one, emails is stupid. In my head, I changed it to texts.
I'm strongly agree for emails and texts.
Okay, because at least for emails, like nobody emails me except for like 24-hour fitness.
I get school emails.
So do I. Okay, yeah, but I don't respond to them.
Yeah.
But like a text.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I think I don't know. Anyways, next one. You find it easy to stay relaxed even when there is some pressure.
Moderately disagree.
Yeah,
for sure.
You usually do not initiate conversations.
Ooh.
Usually do not.
I'm gonna say, like, slightly disagree.
Slightly disagree. You rarely do something just out of sheer curiosity.
Moderately disagree. I definitely am curious. The middle one.
Moderately, sorry. Okay. You feel superior to other people.
No. Slightly disagree.
Slightly disagree?
Yeah.
Being organized is more important to you than being adaptable.
Yes. Moderately agree.
You are highly motivated and energetic.
Strongly agree.
Strongly. You know, I could see you as the girl in class, like in elementary school, that has like different colored pencils for every day. And that has her pencil case.
I wasn't that overkill, but I was like definitely close to that.
Did you have one of those pencil cases that you clip into your binder?
No, I wasn't that much of a nerd.
That's not that nerdy. My pencil case was the front pocket of my JanSport backpack. Yeah. Like it was just anything that was in there was my. That's where I kept my pencils.
I had like a little case, like a separate one you'd buy.
I used to get in trouble for using pens when you're supposed to use a pencil.
Why do they not let you use
pens?
That's
the stupid. Like I should be able to make my own decision. If I mess up and I cross it out, that's my problem, not yours. All right. I hate that. I remember getting in trouble for that one time because I was like, I'm gonna use a pen and see what happens. They're so pissed.
No. Detention.
Elementary school teachers are terrible. Okay, next one. Winning a debate matters less to you than making sure no one gets upset.
I think I would slightly agree.
Slightly
I'm not that argumentative.
What matters less? Okay.
Does that make sense?
Winning a debate matters less than anybody getting upset.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You often feel as if you have to justify yourself to other people.
I disagree moderately.
Moderately disagree. Your home and work environments are quite tidy. Tidy.
Tidy, moderately.
I don't know you spelled tidy like that. Moderately agree.
Yeah. What did you think tidy was spelled?
I thought there was an E in there somewhere.
No.
Or like a GHT type.
It's just tight.
Tight.
You're so weird.
All right. You do not mind being at the center of attention.
Oh, disagree. Moderately.
Moderately disagree. You consider yourself more practical than creative.
I'm both. So.
If you want to do neutral, you can. It just won't affect your survey.
No, I think I would do more creative. So then.
A little bit, or.
Then I would disagree, right?
You consider yourself more practical. Yes, so you would disagree.
So slightly disagree.
Okay.
I'll say that.
People can rarely upset you.
Does upset mean like anger or like hurt your feelings?
Upset.
Upset.
I don't know. It could be either. I think it could be either.
Okay.
It could fall under either category there.
Then I would slightly agree.
Okay. Your travel plans are usually well thought out.
Strongly agree. I plan the itinerary for all of my family vacations.
I hate that. I don't hate it. I hate doing it myself.
Yeah.
My mom does that with our family, and I hate it because we'll like go on vacation, and then it's like we have a set schedule. Like tomorrow we're horseback riding, the day after we're hiking, and if we don't finish the hike that day, we're screwed for the whole trip because we're not going to catch our plane to this place. And
I'm more relaxed than that.
I like just going somewhere and having some things in mind and a credit card.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, I don't know. It is often difficult for you to relate to other people's feelings.
Strongly disagree.
Your mood can change very quickly.
Moderately agree.
I go to the same one. In a discussion, truth should be more important than people's sensitivities.
Ooh.
That's a good one, huh?
This is all about like your priorities.
Yeah.
That you don't like set intentionally, but it's all like subconscious.
But they're just like things that yeah, exactly.
Truth should be more.
So like being right, let's say in an argument, being right is more important than like understanding the other person, I guess.
I don't want to say neutral, so I'll just slightly agree.
Okay.
Sometimes people need to hear the truth.
You rarely worry about how your actions affect other people.
Worry? I would say strongly disagree. I'm always worried if my actions affect other people.
Your work style is closer to random energy spikes than to a methodical and organized approach.
Moderately disagree.
You're often envious of others.
Strongly disagree.
An interesting book or video game is often better than a social event.
Let's replace that with craft project, and I'll say slightly agree.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow, I thought that was like all around everybody would say disagree. Like hanging out with friends? Would you stay home and do a crafting project?
Oh, no.
Rather than social... Okay, well, I don't know what social event means. Like a party or like a concert?
If
or
it's like a bunch of people, then I would definitely say... Honestly, I'd rather be alone. But if it's like a few of my close friends,
I think social event. I think social event probably means like a big type deal, like something big.
Yeah. So I'll keep my answer.
All right.
I'm introverted. I told you. I think.
Being able to develop a plan and stick to it is the most important part of every project. I had no clue to answer for this one. I don't know what the most important part of a project is.
Yeah. Getting an A is the most important part of every project for me.
Well, okay, not every project is...
I would say slightly
What we're doing right now is a project.
That's true. I'm so, like, school-minded. I'd say slightly disagree.
Alright. Slightly disagree.
Oh my god, we're almost halfway.
You rarely get carried away by fantasies and ideas.
moderately disagree.
I think I put
I'm definitely
I think I put one more disagree.
Daydreamer.
Yeah. You often find yourself lost in thought when you're walking in nature.
Slightly agree. I never walk through nature. I know. I'm always
Yeah,
inside.
I was gonna say this is like all around. Why wouldn't you say agree, all the way? But I guess if you walk in nature.
I don't.
Okay, but that's not the question. If you are walking in nature,
I really just have.
this
like,
isn't a physical fitness test.
A
This
blank
isn't to tell if you're
mind.
healthy.
I would fail that.
Man, you hit nirvana then. That's hard to do.
In nature, I don't think about anything. I just look.
All right. So you want to keep it the same?
Yeah.
Slightly agree. If someone does not respond to your email quick, let's say text quickly, you start worrying if you said something wrong.
Moderately disagree. Usually just because people are lazy. In my head.
That's the logical way to look at it. As a parent, you would rather see your child grow up kind than smart.
Strongly agree.
That's what I said too. I thought that one was stupid. Like, why? I don't know.
Why would you want a smart, mean kid?
Anybody listening to this, or all of our millions of followers,
yes.
They're gonna be like, that guy's a douche. I said disagree. I want my kids to be smart. I guess I'm just bashing on other people, but still, though, like, come on.
No, I think that's just values you should all have.
Yeah,
kindness.
For sure. I don't know.
Who knows?
But anyways, you do not let other people influence your actions. I had to think about this one.
Yeah, that's the stuff you don't think about. So,
like, my brain hurts after I do this. I did this like a month ago.
The wording and then thinking about yourself.
Okay, something else. I'm going to say it now because I'm going to forget. Something else that I think bodes well for this test. I did this like a month or two ago. And I did it today. And I got the exact same thing.
I did.
Like, almost down to, like, because it gives you, like, a code after for the exact answers you put in.
Yeah.
It was, like, almost the exact, they're, like, 2 letters different. Way. And so, I answered the same things pretty much both times. Which means it's less mood-related and more personality. Like, if you're just pissed one day, you might answer it differently.
I did this, like, 2 years ago, this exact website, and I'm curious to see, because I know I have changed personality-wise.
2 years ago? Absolutely.
So I'm curious to see what my...
Yeah. But do other people influence your actions?
Oh.
You do not... Oh, sorry. You do not let other people influence your actions.
I would say, agree. I don't let people influence.
Okay. How much agree?
Moderately.
Moderately. When you sleep, your dreams tend to focus on the real world and its events.
Disagree.
Really?
Slightly.
I was strongly agree. I never have dreams that aren't like... Okay, I have dreams where weird stuff happens.
Yeah.
But it's never something that, like, couldn't physically happen. It's never like a monster comes out of nowhere. It's like I'm walking down the street in Argentina. I had a dream the other night where I was companions with my friend who just got back from his mission in Japan. Mm-hmm. We were companions on the mission, in my mission for some reason. And he had just come from the Japan mission, which that doesn't happen. And I had to teach him Spanish, and we were walking around talking to people that I knew in that area. It was an area I'd already been in, and
that's weird.
That was the dream. Mm-hmm. So would that be a real world event?
I don't know.
Because it's not like I dream about things that actually happen. I dream about things.
Yeah, no one dreams about things that like already happen.
But they're not like fantastical. Like oh, then zombie showed up. Like
I feel like mine are a little bit more in that direction.
Mine are only things that exist.
Realistic.
Gotcha.
So that's fine.
All right.
Next.
It does not take you much time to start getting involved in social activities at your new workplace. Sounds good.
That I've definitely changed on. I would say moderately agree.
Before you were more kind of...
like reserved and...
Gotcha. What job did you start? Where do you see the difference between jobs?
Even at Savers in high school, like, I did introduce myself to 2 kids I recognized from high school, but when I worked at Levi's, like, I really started to try to get to know people and, like, follow them on Instagram and, like, just talk, like, ask them about their day and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have done that before.
I'm that way since I got back from my mission. Where I used to work, I'd just see dudes and I'd be like, whatever. Also, I didn't speak their language. Because I worked in construction. I don't understand them. Like today, my friend Mason, his family's redoing their whole kitchen right now. All the tile, or actually all the tile in their whole house. Wow. So there's a bunch of Mexican workers there all the time. And I go there every day to work out. And the other day, I started talking to them in Spanish, and they were like, "Whoa!" They're like freaking out. They're so excited. And then my friend Mason's mom comes up to me today, and she's like, that one of the workers, like the main dude or whatever, like whoever owns that company, the tile company, came up to her and was like, "Your son speaks Spanish. His Spanish is so good."
Oh my God.
"How do you learn Spanish?" And she's like, "No, Mason does not speak Spanish. He takes German in high school. Yeah. He's failing." That's funny. And then she realized it was me, and then explained the whole situation.
It's funny.
That was interesting. But after my mission, since I've gotten back, I love talking to people. I know I like doing my own thing though. Like when I have my own project, I just want to like put my headphones in and like listen to a podcast.
That's good that you practice Spanish though, because
it's great. It's awesome.
I don't want to lose it.
All right. You are more of a natural improviser than a careful planner.
No, I'm a careful planner. So that would be
more of a natural improviser. So you'd say disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree. Actually. Your emotions control you more than you control them.
That's always been true, but I would say slightly agree now.
You enjoy going to social events that involve dress up or role play activities. So this one, I was like, no. Okay, then I thought of Halloween parties.
Or like a mystery party or something. No one does that.
Who the hell's been to a mystery party?
I haven't. You see them on like TV and stuff.
I guess. But I love Halloween party. I love dressing up for Halloween. Yeah. My costume's a big deal to me.
Really?
Like I'll dye my hair or cut my hair.
That's funny. I really didn't know that.
And I'll have like 3 different costumes for 3 different events.
Wow. That's intense.
I just love it. It's fun.
Yeah.
But like if I go to a Halloween party, it's freaking awesome. So I had to replace this for me for Halloween party because I've never been to a role playing activity.
When you said dress up, I'm like,
which makes me sound like a closet furry, but I'm not.
I'm gonna say disagree. Still, like
which disagree?
Moderately. Disagree. I really don't
like if I invited you to a Halloween party, would you like show up like with cat ears? Or like, would you show up?
No, I would never.
Okay, I know you wouldn't wear cat ears, but I mean, like, would you show up like with like just like a little like headband that's got like a pumpkin on it?
No.
Or would you show up like dressed up like a zombie or something, like a real costume?
I would do like a creative costume, but I wouldn't like be like super excited about it.
All right. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm satisfied with your answer now.
Thank you.
Okay. You often spend time exploring unrealistic and impractical yet intriguing ideas.
Strongly agree.
That's what I did too. I've been getting really into hypotheticals lately.
Yeah.
We'll talk about some hypotheticals today.
Okay.
They're all stupid though. They're not.
Yeah,
good. They're good ones, but they're all retarded.
That's great.
You would rather improvise than spend time coming up with a detailed plan. I'm just gonna move over to disagree.
Yeah, definitely. I would say moderate.
All right.
Getting a little bit more spontaneous, but
whoa.
Not too much.
Okay. You are a relatively reserved and quiet person.
I'm gonna say slightly agree because I still am. I don't like to be like loud.
Do you want to be? Like, are you okay with it?
Yeah. Like if I don't have anything of value to say, like why am I gonna like talk anyway?
I got you. For me, it's more I want to have more interesting things to say because I hate not.
Yeah.
Like if I don't make the entire class like laugh at something every day, like I feel stupid.
Really?
Well, I don't feel stupid. I just feel like
that's like a personal like.
No.
Thing.
I mean, it's more just like I feel like man, I must have been like sad today or like tired because I didn't say anything all the class. Or like I'll be gone, like I'll be gone one class or like or like for some reason I'm gone like 2 classes in a row and I come back and people are like, "Hey, where were you?" And it's like I have no clue when that one shy kid was gone. I didn't even know he existed, you know.
Yeah. That's interesting.
If you had a business, You would find it very difficult to fire loyal but underperforming employees.
I'm going to say slightly disagree.
I feel like I would as well if I didn't know so many CFOs like that talk to me all the time, like at church, you know,
Yeah.
like really rich people that always tell me, like give me business advice and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't know so many of those, I feel that's because that's how I feel, but I feel
Yeah.
like I understand that it's more important for everybody.
Yeah. To
So-
fire someone who's not.
So I kind of like
their
psych
way.
myself up and say it's okay.
Yeah.
Because I've had to do that before.
Yeah.
Not on like a big scale. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence.
Disagree. I'm going to say strongly. I haven't had an existential crisis in a while.
I don't think it means a crisis. It could be a happy. It could be a happy contemplate.
Then why do we exist?
Yeah, all my contemplations are happy contemplations.
I just don't. I think I worry about things in my life that
Temporal,
are happening. Like
earthly
current stuff.
things.
Yeah.
I got you. Logic is usually more important than heart when it comes to making important decisions.
No. Disagree. I'm going to go with moderately. Whenever I make a decision based more on logic than emotion, I regret it.
I had the same answer here, pretty much. I think ours are going to be pretty the same.
Last time I took it, I was INFJ. That's my Myers-Briggs personality type.
How do you remember that?
I don't know.
Oh, right. Well,
I've taken Myers-Briggs test
We'll
a few times.
We'll look it up. But I feel like ours are going to be pretty much the same, because I have kind of the same.
This is a Myers-Briggs test.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I have kind of the same one, except for the introverted, extroverted ones.
Right.
I think those are different, which changes a lot. It's like the first category it shows you, like the first little bar graph. Next question. Keeping your options open is more important than having a to-do list.
I make a lot of to-do lists, so I'm going to say disagree
All right.
moderately.
Moderately disagree. If your friend is sad about something, you are more likely to offer emotional support than suggest ways to deal with the problem. This one was hard for me because I do both.
Right.
But I think offering ways to deal with the problem is a comfort in itself. So I think if you do both, then you should say ways to deal with the problem.
I'm going to lean towards the agree side. I'm going to say slightly agree. I think it's important to offer that emotional support first.
Yeah, for sure. It depends on the situation too.
Yeah,
like if
a
somebody,
big dealer.
yeah, like if somebody tells me like, my dad died.
You're gonna let them.
I'm not gonna be like, I'm
Here's
not gonna.
what you should do 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, so get out the voodoo kit and let's resurrect him. You know, like
Cool.
that doesn't.
Let's see a medium.
Right, like there's no solution to that.
No.
So obviously, I'm not.
You're gonna offer.
I'm gonna be like, hey, sorry, the solution is freaking white. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta grieve. You know.
Yeah.
Anyways, you rarely feel insecure.
Ooh. I'm going to say slightly agree.
Okay.
I think I feel insecure a normal amount stage in my life.
I used to feel so insecure in high school.
I think we all did.
Yeah, it's stupid. Like, I remember walking across the quad, like at Esperanza, just like feeling like
Really?
people were looking at me. Yeah, like, I don't know. But I would cope with it with like the smile, happy, loud, like if people.
Humorous.
Yeah.
That was all just an act.
No, it was
The
serious.
things you were feeling inside.
No, I mean, yeah,
It was coping.
it was coping. I don't want to say it was an act.
I didn't know that.
But yes, I am fake funny, if that's what you're trying to say.
No, you're real funny sometimes.
But yeah, and now I'm like zero. When I walk around at school now, it's like I don't
It's
care.
like whatever.
I walk more confident now.
Me too.
I don't know. I spend a lot of time walking around in public, looking
Like an
quote unquote
outcast.
weird. Yeah, different skin color and different clothes and
Right.
different language. So I don't know. I feel like I just kind of. I didn't just get used to it and like take it like a beating. It was like, this is cool. Like it's all right.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's just different.
Exactly.
You have no difficulties coming up with a personal timetable and sticking to it. I strongly disagreed on this.
I'm gonna say moderately agree.
Moderately agree.
I'm pretty good at time
That's
management.
a very good
It's
skill.
on my resume.
I would really like that skill.
It's just effort, that's all it is.
Yeah, well, it's not so easy for all of us. Being right is more important than being cooperative when it comes to teamwork. Oh, this is interesting. Being right is more important than being cooperative in like a team setting.
Disagree. I don't have to be right. So like moderately.
I think it is the same thing. I think it's more important like if you're in a team and you just get into arguments about something, like
not
I don't. It doesn't matter if you're right. Yeah, you're being less productive.
Yeah.
You might as well just put down the thing that doesn't sound right to you on your freaking PowerPoint or whatever it is. I don't know. All right. You think everyone's views should be respected regardless of whether they are supported by facts or not.
Ooh, that's difficult, and that's so relevant right now.
It is. Very much.
I mean, it always is, but especially now.
Yeah.
I can't say it depends, but because it's like, yeah, you can respect someone's opinion, but if it's not based on facts, then like stupid.
Yeah, I get it.
But it's not like a respect issue of respect. It's like whatever they believe that. So I guess that is being respectful. So
yeah, totally. Oh, yeah.
So do I agree then?
Yes, you think that everyone's views should be respected.
Yeah, I'll just go with slightly.
Okay.
Agree.
I think I put a little bit more agree.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the first thing that came to my head for no particular reason, because I don't really like other Christian churches, because I think
I knew you were going to say that, yeah.
Really? I don't like them because I feel like they I don't want to get into it, but I just don't
Right.
like the way they teach or the way they make people feel.
Yeah.
Or like, the exclusiveness and the I'm going to heaven, you're going to hell, everybody's going to hell because they don't do what I do and whatever.
Right.
And I don't like that and it makes me think like, oh, they shouldn't be respected because they're not respecting me, but that's not the way we should treat people.
No.
If I want them to respect me for not doing what they do,
yeah,
I need to respect them first.
My exception would be like someone's opinion that like belittles or degrades other people.
Yeah, totally.
Then I can't
or like
really
if you tell me
that.
like extremist.
You can't really like expect me to respect.
Yeah,
someone
if you tell me like
who doesn't respect other people.
Exactly. If you tell me like
course.
extremist, Al Qaeda or ISIS, like we should kill other people because they're not us. I'm not gonna respect that.
Like,
I'm
that's
sorry.
not based on facts. Yeah.
Exactly, but at the same time, I don't know. But anyways, I don't feel like we need to do this fast.
Okay, I know.
If we do it fast, it's boring.
That's
It's
true.
just reading questions. Because everybody in the comments right now.
Everybody, if you're still here, 28 minutes in, listening to a breakdown of my personality.
Because I don't care how long this goes.
You're right.
We do this anyways when we're just sitting in the car. What else is there to do when we hang out?
That's true. We should record all of our conversations.
Maybe not all of them. But I mean, I don't. But yeah, like the thing is the longer it takes, the more interesting it is the whole way through because
That's
we're talking
true.
about stuff.
Except for people who are listening to this and they literally couldn't care less.
These people care.
Who?
Us.
Us in 10 years.
Yeah, well, we listen to this.
Okay, we'll be fast forwarding, but it's fine.
Yeah. Anyways, you feel more energetic after spending time with a group of people. This is an essential one.
Yeah, definitely not.
Really?
Because I am introverted, and that's the key.
You can't just say because you're introverted. Do you really feel that way?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So
because that's like the big question.
Yeah, moderately disagree.
Moderately. Yeah.
I do not feel energized for spending time with people. It's like it gets
when you get out,
exhausting.
It's draining.
Yeah, like it's emotional work.
That's interesting. Like when I'm done hanging out with people, like I go home and I'm like, I gotta play video games or something. I gotta do something.
Really?
Like I'm just like awake.
I'm like I gotta go. Like I can't wait to go to my bed and like not.
That's
talk
why lately since I started working out with my friends, like almost every day. Sometimes we do it late because I have school, and so I'll get home at like 9,
Yeah.
And I was just hanging out with my buddies, and we were having a good time. And so I get home, and I can't fall asleep till like midnight. But since I'm exercising, I sleep so much better. Really? So I get less sleep, but it's actual sleep, not just rolling around in bed.
That's good.
So I actually feel great.
I should exercise, but I won't. So.
Exercising is great. You got to do it with friends. That's the only way. I do it 6 days a week consistently.
That's crazy. Because they all keep each other accountable.
Yeah, and like exercising. You know, spoiler alert. Exercising sucks. Nobody likes it, but if you do it with friends, it's like fun. Mm-hmm. Even though you're like tired, and it's like, and then you all compare, and then you're all stupid, and you all flex in the mirror, and you're like,
getting thicker.
Do you think so?
Your arms, yeah.
I like that.
There's more. See your paleness.
We're gonna tan. We're gonna
tan.
Yeah, we were gonna do this Saturday, but I'm busy like all
muscles.
Saturday. But and I have a terrible tan for my mission because I was wearing slacks all day long.
Yeah.
And a white collared T-shirt
tan.
up to here. Because it was sunny there, and I get a tan. But like what I'm trying to say, I don't have I just don't have. I'm just all super white everywhere, you know.
No one walks around naked outside.
You know, I wish the world were like that.
So we'd all be tan.
I wish the entire world was like that, but
I really don't.
No, I mean that everybody didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
I do disclaimer. I do not wish that everybody was a nudist.
Nudist. World nudity.
I'm gonna look back on this in the future and be like, "Whoa, I was freaking weird. Some weird fetishes." Jeez. Okay. You frequently misplace your things.
Oh, that's kind of true. Slightly agree.
I did not need to think about this one. I wish there was a more agree button.
That's true for you.
That's the thing. You know it's bad when other people can answer that one for you. Like, oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. And your mom doesn't count. Well, at least for me. Because, I don't know, a lot of people. Because you always ask your mom, hey, where's this? She's, I don't know, where'd you put it last?
I'm a girl. I don't ask my mom for things.
Wow.
We're trained.
I'm trained.
We're specially trained.
All right. You see yourself as very emotionally stable.
Aww. I am now that I'm on birth control.
Really?
Yeah. The past month, I've felt like a normal person, and it's great.
That's cool.
But normally, I'm not. So I'm going to say.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Slightly disagree.
I think that's a good way to go at it. Yeah.
I don't know if that's my personality or like my hormones. Who knows?
I don't know, man. Alright. Your mind is always buzzing with unexplored ideas and plans.
Strongly agree.
That's good. You would not call yourself a dreamer.
Strongly disagree. Like a realistic.
Yeah. Yeah, let's rephrase this. You would call yourself realistic.
Oh.
This is worded stupid. It should just say you would call yourself a dreamer. And it's so much easier. It's not backwards.
I know. All the double negatives. It's
yeah,
like
right?
To, like, mess up. Because, like, I'm a dreamer in the sense that I dream things and I want to achieve them. So I don't know.
That's a dreamer.
I'm going to say I am a dreamer. So.
Okay. So you're going to put disagree then.
You do moderately.
Moderately disagree. Okay.
Okay.
You usually find it difficult to relax when talking in front of many people.
Strongly agree.
I feel like everybody put strongly agree. I didn't, but I feel like that's like the number one fear, right? Public speaking.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to be afraid of it, but I just get nervous.
I would never, if somebody asked me what my worst fear is, I would never say public speaking.
I wouldn't.
Does the majority of the population say public speaking is their worst fear?
Yeah, that's the number one fear. I think number 2 is
spiders. But who says that?
That would not be like my top 3 fears at all.
Yeah.
Like you just get over it.
I'm scared of gorillas. That's probably up there.
You're scared of gorillas?
I don't like things that look like humans, but that aren't.
I totally get that.
That's why
we're nowhere near gorillas.
That's why I get nervous around special ed people.
That's a mean thing
I'm
to
sorry.
say.
I don't mean it that way.
That's not.
Because I don't want to be that way. It's just when I'm around, I'm afraid that like somebody like somebody like schizophrenic could like freak out and like hurt me.
Okay, that's not special ed. That's a mental.
Okay, not schizophrenic.
Disorder.
Like Down syndrome.
Okay.
Even though they're the sweetest souls most of the time, and you see them,
No.
it just makes me nervous. It's an irrational fear. I don't think
But you
that
call them not human.
No, I didn't say that. I said I don't
Yes,
like
you
things
did.
that are like human, but like a little bit different, like
They're
almost
human.
human. They are obviously they matter. That's why I was explaining. That's why I didn't like gorillas, not special ed people.
You're comparing
they-
gorillas to be not as human.
Okay, because like a gorilla could like freak out and like kill you
Yes.
because it gets mad and it's just like crazy, you know.
Yeah.
And like a special ed person potentially could do the same. I am not scared of a special ed person like I am a gorilla. If I'm in the room with a special ed person, I'm fine. I'm not gonna run away. But like, if you put me in a car and I'm sitting next to a Down syndrome kid, like I'm not like gonna go talk to him like I would a normal person because I'm kind of like nervous. Like I don't know why. It's irrational.
Well, you didn't grow up around anyone with.
No, I didn't. And like autism's different. Like there's plenty of autistic kids that are just like sweet kids. Like they just have like they're just socially like awkward. And that's different. I don't get nervous around people like that. It's like people that are like legit, like can't really talk well, can't like read.
No.
They read.
My
like
mom
a
quit her
first
job
grade leader.
because of like violence from special ed kids. She was working with moderate risk. It is. It's a lot.
And have you ever seen the face of a special ed worker?
What do you mean?
Dead. They just walk around. They're like.
My mom would come home and complain every day.
It's like being a nurse.
Except you're paid like $15 an hour.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But disclaimer, I don't hate special ed people. I love them just like...
He just uses the word retarded. It's fine.
Yeah, but I use it in a different context.
Oh my god. Okay.
Next
question.
Freedom of speech. Anyways, generally speaking, you rely more on your experiences more than your imagination.
Ooh, I don't know.
Experiences more than imagination.
I'm gonna say slightly agree.
Okay.
I think.
You worry too much about what other people think.
Disagree. I'm gonna say moderately though.
Moderately. If the room is full, you stay closer to the walls, avoiding the center.
Agree. Moderately.
Let's say you go to like a dance, like a party, like a big dance. Like, do you dance over at the edge or are you like in the middle?
If I know people, yeah, I'll be in the middle. But if I don't, which I feel like this is more like you don't know the people, then be a wallflower.
All right. So agree.
Yeah.
Which agree?
Moderately.
You have a tendency to procrastinate until there is not enough time to do everything.
Moderately disagree.
You feel very anxious in stressful situations.
Strongly agree.
Yeah, I strongly agree as well.
Really?
You believe that it is more rewarding to be liked by others than to be powerful.
It's more...
It is more rewarding to be liked by others than to be powerful.
Strongly agree.
You've always been interested in unconventional and ambiguous things in books, arts, or movies.
No.
No?
Well, I feel like I'm biased because I hate things that are ambiguous. Like, it drives me crazy.
I think I answered this one wrong. What does ambiguous mean?
Like, not defined, like not black or white, like something in between.
Oh, I like that. Okay, I answered it right. Cool.
I don't. Gives me anxiety.
What's an example of something ambiguous in...
My sexuality.
All right.
You got it?
No, give me an example, like a real life example from like a movie or something.
Ambiguous. Like, whether Asians are like people of color.
That's ambiguous?
To some people, I think they are people of color because they enter racism. But that's an example.
Huh. Interesting. I don't know that. What was your answer? I already did this. I just...
Disagree.
Disagree, which one?
Moderately.
You often take initiative in social situations. The first example that came to my mind was when a teacher pairs you up with a group of kids and says, do this little thing, answer this thing.
I would say moderately agree. I'm always the one who's like, okay, let's go to the next location.
I'm the one
like,
who's
let's
like,
do this next task.
There's like the shy kid, like there's a shy Asian kid that sits next to me in my human nutrition class, and he like doesn't say a word.
Just like waits for you to talk.
Yeah, but like we did a group project where we had to do a PowerPoint, and like I showed up the next day like, hey, sorry guys, didn't work on the PowerPoint, and we go, he doesn't say a word, and everybody else in the group was like, oh, there are 4 of us. And nobody says a word, and then we go on the PowerPoint on my laptop, and it was all done. He did everybody's part. Didn't say a word. And I was like, who did? He was like, did you do this? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, thank you. That's cool. All right. And he did it because he didn't want to. He like wanted to talk less in the presentation. So he did more of it.
I'll just do everything so they don't get mad at me.
And that's what happened, yeah. We were like, dude, you did most. You don't even need to talk that much. Like, just come up with us. Like, you did all of this.
And he's like, yes.
And I was like, and in my head, I was like, we're giving him what he wants. Like, I suggested it because I was like, this is what he wants. I don't want to like make him talk to his mom too.
Yeah, I used to be like that. No longer. Am I done?
Oh, we finished it. Wow.
Oh my gosh, it's the same.
Dang, you are pretty on. Okay, so. Your personality type is advocate, INFJ-A. You are 49% extroverted and 51% introverted. That is right on the dot.
I get that now. I'm much more outgoing than I used to be, but not extroverted.
Mm-hmm. And the little picture is like a Gandalf dude with a wand.
I remember him. It says,
here, let me show you the right path.
That's me.
Energy, you are 59% intuitive and 41% observant. Nature, 25% thinking, 75% feeling. Tactics, 79% judging, and 21% prospecting.
Those sound like the same thing.
Yeah, they do.
Which is bullshit.
Identity, 56% assertive and 44% turbulent.
Interesting.
Right. Let's read the little like paragraph that it gives you, and then we'll look at mine. Little like
blurb.
Yeah, it's like the whatchamacallit, like a summary. Okay. The advocate personality type is very rare, making up less than 1% of the population.
I remember that.
But they nonetheless leave their mark on the world. As members of the diplomat role group, advocates have an inborn sense of idealism and morality. But what sets them apart is that they're not idle dreamers, but people capable of taking concrete steps to realize their goals and make a lasting positive impact. Advocates tend to see helping others as their purpose in life, while people with this personality type can be found engaging rescue efforts and doing charity work. Their real passion is to get to the heart of the issue so that people do not need to be rescued at all.
Guess I should join the Peace Corps.
Do you like that last part? Does that sound right to you?
Yeah.
Doing charity, but the real is fixing the problem rather than...
Like, teach a man to fish, kind of.
Yeah, give man a fish, feed him for a day, teach man to fish.
Exactly.
That thing. Gotcha. The title of the next thing is Help Me Help You. Live to fight another day. I don't care about celebrities with that. See, this is the thing, though. It tells you all good things. Because nobody wants to hear, you're a bad person. You know what I mean?
This personality test, like, it doesn't really tell you anything super constructive because, like,
that's why
pretty generic qualities that, like, anyone could have.
That's why I like the strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
I like that one.
It's kind of like a horoscope.
Kind of, but horoscopes are stupid.
This is less stupid than a horoscope.
This is a lot less stupid, because horoscope is just when you were born.
It is.
I hate those people.
I met two girls with the same birthday as me the other day.
And were they just like you? Were they Capras for the freak you are? What are you? What's your deal? Your zodiac sign?
Oh, Scorpio.
I'm a Aquarius.
We should take
that test.
There's no test when you read your horoscope.
No, it's just when you were born.
Take
the test.
There's no
the
test.
when's your birthday test?
Yeah. They used to ask you.
Okay, I'm gonna go to mine, and then we're gonna look at strength and weakness, because this one's actually good. Because it tells you weaknesses, which are bad things.
Yes. Let me hear all the bad shit about me. I already know.
I don't want to say bad. Weaknesses aren't bad. Disclaimer.
Weaknesses.
Anyways, okay, mine that I took like a month ago and today, almost exactly the same. It's the same personality type. It's just the codes like.
That's you on your mission.
2 letters. Yep, that's what I thought too. Actually, it's like a person walking around in a tie with a backpack. I was like, it's kind of like me.
Oh my god, they're wearing a tie too.
Yeah,
no way.
That's what made me think about it. Oh, it doesn't show me like the freaking. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, so I'm 96% extroverted and 4%
Whoa.
introverted.
That's crazy. I really wouldn't even expect that much from you. Like that extrovertedness.
I feel like part of it's I want to be more extroverted. I mean, okay, I'm extroverted when I want to be.
Like you make the effort to be.
Yeah, like I feel like I am more extroverted because I want to be than I would be if I didn't care.
I get that.
Well, you were 49% extroverted.
Yeah.
I'm 74% intuitive, and you were 59 intuitive. That's pretty close. 71% feeling. You're also 71%, 75% feeling. 60% prospecting versus judging, and you were more judging, 79%. Judging sounds bad.
No, I'm very judgmental. I will accept that.
Okay.
I was raised Catholic too.
All right. Fair enough. I won't argue on that. I'm 57% assertive, 43% turbulent.
What do they mean by turbulent versus assertive? Like, how is that a comparison?
I don't know, man. But we were
like in control.
We were within 1% of that. I was 57. You were 56 on assertive.
Okay.
So that's interesting. It says the campaigner personality is a true free spirit. They are often the life of the party, but unlike other types in the explorer role group, campaigners are less interested in the sheer excitement and pleasure of the moment than they are in enjoying the social and emotional connections they make with others. Charming, independent, energetic, and compassionate, the 7% of the population that they comprise can certainly be felt in any crowd. Let's look at weaknesses, because this one's interesting. The strength and the romantic one actually is pretty interesting.
Really?
Like, when I looked at it, I was like, yeah.
So you're ENFP?
I am. Wait, I'm on. Who's am I on?
Yours.
Yes, I am campaigner ENFP.
And then I am INTJ.
Yes.
Or FJ, I don't remember.
It's got yours here. That's so confusing. Anyways. Strengths. Curious, observant, energetic, and enthusiastic. Excellent communicators. Know how to relax. Very popular and friendly. I don't think I'm very popular. I think I'm very friendly.
I think I'd replace popular with, like, likable.
I guess. I don't know.
Not, like, popular kid.
Maybe.
But, like, within your friend group, everyone's like, oh my god, it's Dylan, it's Lamp, you know?
I feel like can't get through the first episode without somebody bringing up that my name used to be Lamp. That I came up with myself. It's not like everybody was like, oh, that kid's so cool, let's call him Lamp. It was like, hey guys, call me Lamp.
We love middle school.
Yeah, at least it was middle school. That's the only excuse.
That's a good excuse. It was middle school.
I hate middle schoolers.
Middle school.
If I'm walking down the street and I see a group of middle schoolers, I'll cross the street.
Run the other direction.
They're savage. They're terrible.
They are.
They're like little kids. Okay, because you know little kids are like brutally honest.
Yeah.
Like my little cousin Libby will just be like, your eyebrows are ugly. I'm like, thanks. It's like something I don't care about.
Yeah.
Like, thanks. Now I'm self-conscious about my eyebrows because a 6-year-old told me they're ugly. But like, they're bad insults because they're not insults. You know?
They don't think.
But in middle schoolers, young enough to where they're too honest, but they're also smart enough and evil.
Yeah.
So they just make funny. I hate middle schoolers.
They suck.
And freshmen.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, I don't think I know how to. I feel like I kind of know how to relax. Mm-hmm. But if I'm stressed out, if I'm relaxing, I can't, like, I don't know. I know how to relax.
Yeah.
Because I do it often. Like, I try to do it often.
But, like, you work and you go to school and
that's the thing.
Keep busy.
I feel like I don't know.
If you want
I don't think that was completely
relax,
true with me.
could.
But everything else I think is pretty true. I think I talk with people well. I'm energetic, enthusiastic usually. Observant. I'm way too observant about stupid things. I like curious.
Yeah.
Those
all describe.
And these all have huge paragraphs below that we're not going to read. But campaigners' weaknesses. These ones I thought were super true for me.
Okay.
The weaknesses. I feel stupid saying super. Because another red flag for this, when you scroll down, it has a Facebook attachment on the...
Yeah.
Reduces
some
a
credibility.
Facebook thread, and it's all, this is so me, impressive, all true, nice, and perfect, me, yes, it's me. I just read like the first 5.
Yeah.
I'm
telling you, it's a horoscope.
That's why I don't like it, because I guess I shouldn't let stupid people influence this. But anyways, Poor practical skills.
What does that mean?
When it comes to conceiving ideas and starting projects, especially involving other people, campaigners have exceptional talent. Unfortunately, their skill with upkeep is not the same. It's basically saying you can start things great, but then once you get into it, you kind of... And that's 100% like... Yep. For sure. I have great ideas, and I'm like, yeah, I should do this or this.
Like, you bought all this stuff for this podcast, and you waited like a month to start it?
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, thanks.
Just wanted to put that on blast.
Very, very top. Yeah,
thank you.
Very topical. Find it difficult to focus. Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. That can be a good thing.
You're a demigod, and you're meant for the battle.
Wow. Dang, first episode, dropping that. Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson.
Percy
fans
Jackson.
Only.
Hi, welcome to our Percy Jackson podcast. Yeah, where we read Percy Jackson fan fictions.
And discuss.
And read Rick Riordan's weird tweets.
Oh my god.
That's way too
dude.
That's like way too involved with his fan base for an author.
Yeah, for being like 50 years
Not as
old.
bad as J.K. Rowling.
No, she's gone off the handle.
She's crazy now.
She is.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, that's talk for another
Let's
time.
go back.
Overthinking things. Absolutely, 100%. Totally overthink things. It makes me super anxious, which leads into the next one, getting stressed easily. I get stressed easily because I think about things too much, and then I get super like in my own head.
I got that.
Highly emotional. I didn't used to think so. Because I didn't realize I had feelings.
Yeah.
But recently, I mean, like the last 6 months, I've kind of realized, like, oh yeah, that's why I feel bad today. It's because I have a feeling and it's bad.
You also have like emotional
Sounds
intelligence.
stupid.
Like when someone's feeling something, like you know what to do. Like you're not clueless. Like you understand how to relate to other people's emotions.
I feel like that's because I have those emotions.
Right.
That's like perspective. Independent to a fault.
What's the fault? Like you don't ask for help?
No, to a fault. Yeah, like you're always you're absolutely independent, 100%. And I totally see that. I think it was the way I was raised, or the way I wasn't.
Yeah.
Didn't have a dad, and my mom worked a lot.
Like how to be self-sufficient.
Yeah, like I remember getting out of my mission and a lot of like, you know, because I got 3 newbies, like I trained 3 times, got 3 new kids. None of them knew how to cook like rice. You know what I mean?
I hate that.
And because their moms cooked for them their whole life, or their dad, or whoever, but usually their moms.
Yeah.
And that's just one example, but there were many things like this. And I had 0 problems when I got out on my mission. I was just kind of like, yeah, you can. It wasn't big. It wasn't a big like living situation deal for me.
Yeah.
It was more just the poverty and gross food. But
cockroaches.
Yeah, and the cockroaches everywhere and whatever. But I'm pretty independent.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I will deny help usually. I try not to be like prideful about that.
Yeah.
Like accepting help, but I feel like I can do that sometimes. Anyways, I think these are good. These are good, right? The strengths and weaknesses are pretty
true to you.
Not stupid, right?
Like they're pretty true to me too.
Oh, well, we're gonna look at yours. Yes, advocate strengths. Okay, creative.
Definitely.
I definitely see that. Insightful.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Inspiring and convincing.
Yeah.
I think that. Yes.
Did you say no?
No,
What
no,
are you
no.
gonna say?
No. I was gonna say I think that. Like I think
Oh,
this. I agree with it.
Thank you.
And then I was trying to think of a reason, and I don't.
I'm trying to think of a reason, but I don't want to like sound egotistic.
I'll say it anyways.
No, like I don't.
Okay. I thought you had something in your head. I agree with that. I think it's true. Decisive.
Oh heck no!
I don't think so.
I'm not decisive.
You're like the most indecisive person I ever met in my life.
I am. I get nervous when I like go into a parking lot and I'm like, oh my god, I
Dude,
should choose one card. Like I'm the least decisive person.
You're the least decisive person I've
Big
ever met in my life.
decisions, small decisions, anything. Like I was in what store was it? Mother's Market for like 30 minutes the other day trying to get food before work, and like 6 people asked me if I needed help, and so I just left because I couldn't decide on anything, and I went to a different store.
Let's talk about that. Why would you go to Mother's Market to get food?
I thought they had a food bar like Whole Foods, and they didn't, so...
Yeah, it's like vitamins. That's why I go with
One
my
of
mom.
them has a cafe, and I went to the one that doesn't have a cafe.
Gotcha.
Trying to be healthy.
All right. Determined and passionate.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Altruistic. I don't know what that word means.
Altruistic.
Altruistic. I'm going to read the description because if I don't know it, probably somebody else doesn't know it.
Yeah.
I don't have a very good vocabulary, though. These strengths are used for good. Advocates have strong beliefs that take the actions that they do, not because they're trying to advance themselves, but because they're trying to advance an idea that they truly believe will make the world a better place.
Oh, totally. Remember my feminist face?
I thought you were still in that.
I am, but not as sensitive.
Oh, got you. Advocate weaknesses. Sensitive.
Yeah.
Um,
If you knew me when I was like, we're going to talk about elementary school, like I was so sensitive.
Really?
Like too sensitive.
Yeah.
My parents built me up too much.
I was the opposite. My parents didn't build me up, and so I like would tell myself that like things didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Like until I was probably 19, I would honestly say to myself, my parents getting divorced did not affect me. It affected me 0%.
No way.
Until I was probably 19.
You really thought that?
I totally believed it.
That's crazy.
Because that's just what I wanted to think. I didn't want to think that I was different or that I, had problems I couldn't control.
Exactly.
And so I was like, yeah, I'm not sensitive. It didn't affect me, so I'm tough. I don't have a problem with that,
Dang.
But yeah, it took some realizing, like, oh yeah, there's things that happen that you can't control. Like, it's not my fault. I don't have to feel bad about it.
And life events do have influences on you.
Yeah, exactly,
100%.
right? You can't just decide that it doesn't.
No,
anyways,
it doesn't work that way.
Extremely private.
I wouldn't say extremely. Like, in social situations with a lot of people, I'm not going to be the one, like, talking chisme about my life and, like, what I'm going through.
Did you say talking chisme?
Yeah.
Does that make sense in English? Do people say that?
No. We say, like...
Talking chisme.
What is the chisme? But you know.
It means, like, talking rumors to all you white folks out there.
White folk.
Please.
I didn't even use it right. But, like, like, when I'm one-on-one, like, I'll open up. Like, I'll literally say anything about my life.
I don't want to say anything.
No, I don't want to either.
I don't care at all. 100%. I'm like, dude, I took a massive dump today. Huge.
I wish I'm still extremely constipated. Courtney, I hope
That's
in
what
10 years.
I'm glad you
not.
said it. Because that's the thing I was going to say. You say that to your friend, you'll say it to me, you'll be like, so constipated still. I'll be like, take Metamucil. And you're like, okay. You know, I found out.
What?
I think I already told you this. If you take Metamucil and you don't increase your fluid intake, which you do drink a lot of water, I know, because you always have your hydro flask on you.
Yes.
If you don't increase your fluid intake, it makes it worse.
Because it's just like the fiber won't
process. Yeah, because what fiber does is it's basically just kind of like a nothing. Because you don't digest fiber, it just goes through you. But that's the point. It solidifies around your other thingies, and it just goes out.
This is getting nasty.
I learned that in my nutrition class.
That's very nice. Thanks for that info.
Yep, these are the important questions that we talk about on Shocktail.
Comment how your poop is below.
Comment the color, shape, girth, and length.
Was it soft
of your last dump, and
What's
whether it splashed up and hit you or not.
Let's just disregard that one.
No, I'm serious. I'm not serious. Don't do that.
I'm gonna read it.
I'm gonna go comment on my own video with my fake YouTube account and say something really gross.
Red poop.
But not true.
With corn in it.
Oh no. That's a topic. We could talk. We could have a whole podcast on this. We could have a whole episode talking about
we really
poops.
could.
I could fill 10 podcasts with poop stories. Are you kidding me?
I don't have poop stories.
Oh my
constipation stories.
Gracious. That's so many.
Not lack of poop.
No, but these are These are like exciting. Like you're on the edge of your seat when I tell these stories.
Dang, you should get Daniel over here. He has poop stories.
Really?
Yeah, a lot.
We need to exchange
He's
poop stories.
He's pooped himself a lot.
Me too.
Oh no.
Perfectionistic. Wait, is that how you say
Yes.
it? Perfectionistic. Yeah.
I've never heard it like that. Just perfectionist is
Perfectionist. Yeah, that's why it sounded weird to me.
fine.
Perfectionist.
Definitely.
Yeah, I can see that.
I let that get
Okay,
in the
I feel
way.
like somebody who's like organized is kind of slightly perfectionistic, a little bit. Somebody who's
Yeah.
really organized.
Myself.
Always need to have a cause.
Very true. I'm the rebel with the cause.
I don't think that's a weakness. That's a strength to me.
Oh yeah, you're right. But what do they say?
Okay. Advocates get so caught up in the passion of their pursuits that any of the cumbersome administrative or maintenance work that comes between them and the ideal they see on the horizon is deeply unwelcome. Advocates like to know that they're taking concrete steps towards their goals, and if routine tasks feel like they're getting in the way, or worse yet, there's no goal at all, they will feel okay. So it's like if you don't have an end goal, like you can't work towards there's no point in working because you're afraid.
Yeah.
That
Or even
nothing
something
might
as
happen.
like simple as like small talk bugs me because there's like no purpose.
Okay.
Like stuff like that. So I kind of
Gotcha.
get how that could be a weakness.
I feel like I'm the same way, but I'm good at finding a point. Like for everything.
Yeah.
Like small talk, it's like you're just getting to know this person. Everybody you have to do it before you can do the big talk. You gotta do the small talk. Yeah. Then you do the big talk where you're talking about the girth of your poop.
The girth.
Yeah, and whether you're circumcised or not.
Oh my god.
That's the deep stuff. Can burn out easily.
Totally. Because I work so hard trying to, fight for my causes and
Be
stay
perfectionist.
organized and be a perfectionist. I get so
I think that's
tired.
a very
Perfectionistic
thing. I really want to read romantic relationships with you.
Okay.
I think it'll either be really right or really wrong for
Okay.
no reason. Because I feel like you have a very definitive relationship way.
Yes.
I don't know. Or maybe it's just because that's all we talk about. Advocate relationships. This isn't like a list like the other one. I'm just going to read like the first paragraph and we'll see. Advocate relationships. When it comes to romantic relationships, advocates take the process of finding a partner seriously. Not ones for casual encounters. People with the advocate personality type instead look for depth and meaning in their relationships. Advocates will take the time necessary to find someone they truly connect with. Once they've found that someone, their relationships will reach a level of depth and sincerity that most people can only dream of.
That's pretty true. I wouldn't want to like waste my time with someone that I didn't have a connection with because I'd be like, well, I don't need to be here just to be here, like dating someone.
Nah, I totally 100% the same.
But I'm not like, I only want to date people that, I think I would have like a future with. Like I'm not so wrapped up in that idea.
Mm-hmm. One of the articles on this part is this for real? The little caption underneath says, one of the things advocates find most important about establishing genuine, deep connections with people they care about. So it's like,
Yeah,
is
if
this
it's
for
not
real?
genuine, like why would I?
No playing games, no just, doing stuff to do stuff. It's, it's for a relationship or not.
That's pretty true.
And I'm the same way with stuff like that. I don't,
Yeah.
no interest in just like a thing to be a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's look at my romantic one because mine was really true and then really false.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, well, it wasn't that false.
Okay, well,
It wasn't false.
I'm an outside perspective, so maybe.
I take that back. I don't think it was false. But we'll just get about it. Okay, campaigner relationships. This is mine. When it comes to relationships, there's hardly anyone around who's more excited than campaigners to share with their partners the bounty of ideas and eye-opening experiences that life has to offer. For people with the campaigner personality type, relationships are a joyous process of mutual exploration and imagination, a chance to connect with another soul. Campaigners take their relationships seriously and are known for their uninhibited and unshakable devotion to the people to whom they've committed their hearts. So I'm super serious about relationships and stuff. Like, I'll go on like a third date, and like if somebody's like not, I'll go on a first date and somebody's not like looking for something serious. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
See you later.
Peace.
I'm done. Yeah, it's like I don't know. I don't care about just whatever. What do you feel about that paragraph?
You read it so quickly, I need to look it over. I totally get like you're excited to like share like your life with someone.
Yeah, I totally agree on that too.
And like your projects and stuff. Like I know you definitely want that. and you do take your relationship seriously. I think it's pretty true, but like, it could be like true for anybody.
Yeah, and it doesn't go that deep in the first paragraph, but hold on, let me see. In the dating phase, if campaigners can be said to tolerate such a formal process to begin with, they will show these qualities by showering their new flames of affection, and will do everything they can to build a strong relationship by demonstrating their devotion and reliability by whatever means possible.
Is that true?
It's super true for me.
Really? You
Absolutely.
Go all out?
When I get into a relationship, I'm like when I ask a girl to prom or something, when it's casual, it's casual. But I asked a lot of girls to a lot of dances, and they were the biggest deal. Yeah. It's my favorite thing to do.
That's cute.
Or birthdays are like a big deal, and same with like Valentine's Day, anniversaries. I don't care about the anniversary if she doesn't, but if I know she does, I get excited because then I want to care about it. But if she doesn't care, I don't feel like I should care. Yeah. Because she doesn't care.
That's nice.
But I've never been married. Obviously, when you're married, an anniversary is a big deal. What'd I say?
It's an anniversary.
An anniversary is a big deal when you're like married, or even dating for 2.5 years, like you and Ryan.
Yeah.
Round of applause to Ryan and Nees over here. 2.5 years. Congratulations.
We were only broken up for 4 days out of that 2.5 years.
That's freaking good. Couples who hydrate together stay together.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Were you gonna say something?
I learned that other couples like break up and get back together like a lot.
Absolutely.
And I felt bad for
our high school was exclusively couples that got together and broke up again.
I don't know how you can do that for like and not be
like it's like they do it for a living. It's ridiculous. It's like a sport.
Choose.
Oh my gosh. And I can understand it more for guys than for girls, because guys sometimes are in relationships just for the sexual part of it.
Yeah.
Girls generally are not.
Depends on the person.
Yeah, absolutely. But I see girls that aren't like that just go from relationship to relationship to relationship, or back with the same guy, or whatever. Mm-hmm. But the one thing I didn't see that I didn't like at all was it says long distance relationships are quite common among campaigners. Never have a long distance relationship.
No, I wouldn't either.
No.
But what's your reasoning?
It just sounds like it would suck. I don't know.
Yeah.
I never had one. But let's say I get serious with somebody and then they have to move away for whatever reason, but we're serious about each other, I'll do it. I'm 100%. I'll do it, yeah.
Really?
She's the one. I'll stick it out for whatever reason. But, look at my mission. I got on my mission and like 4 months in, I was like, yeah, I don't want anything anymore.
No.
I just
too much.
180'd on that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't going anywhere, so. But, yeah.
Kind of true.
Now that I read it again, not as true as I thought it was when I first skimmed over it. And I look at it with another person, which I think is a big deal.
Yeah.
You look at it with another person that knows you well.
They can discern what's
true. They can tell you, they can call you out, like, no, you just want that to be true. Or like, no, you're stupid. Wait, I want to see if in friendships it tells you who your best, it's like
most compatible.
Virgos and Scorpios don't mix. I don't know if that's true.
I don't get that. Why would someone born in a different month as you not be compatible?
People are superstitious.
How could you believe in that?
I'm not even a little bit stitious. Not at all. So
slightly stitious.
Not
moderately
even. Stitious. Not even. 0% stitious.
Strongly disagree.
I'm stitch-less.
No.
Proud of that one.
Your dad.
Campaigner friends.
You can look up Myers-Briggs compatibility, because they have that in another tab.
Oh yeah? Wait, I want to look at parenthood. No, I don't. That'll take too long. Anyways, we've been reading too many of these. But that's probably the most interesting one to me, to be honest. Okay, yeah, what was it called?
Myers-Briggs.
How do you spell Myers with an E?
Myers.
My.
Yeah.
Myers toast.
Spelling out loud is my weakness.
I'm really good at it. Oh, dang it. I'm really good at it in Spanish.
Really? That's impressive.
And And I am absolutely terrible in English. I cannot.
Like when someone's like, "Can you spell your name?" I'm like, "Oh, okay.
I know my name.
I can do this."
I specifically remember when I was a little kid being angry that I couldn't do it.
As a kid, I would do it so much. I was good at it.
I went outside during the evening time because that's my favorite time of day. And I was jumping on the trampoline, and I would jump as high as I could and try to say my whole name, Dylan, before I hit the ground, before I hit the trampoline. And I did that for like an hour. And
Practicing.
Now I'm like, Dylan. See, I did it really fast. Dylan. I'm really good.
Okay.
I can't do my middle name, though. Whoa.
I have to think really hard to spell out loud. It's a weakness.
I'm really good at it. Okay, and when somebody spells something out to me in English, they might as well just be speaking Chinese. I have no clue what they're telling me.
Really?
Or you know how like parents always be like, "Don't get out the ICE space CREAM."
You're like, what? What did they just
My
say?
mom could do that to me today, and I would be like, I don't know what she's saying.
What did she say?
But if she did it in
Is that
Spanish,
Pig Latin?
if she did it in Spanish, ICEREAM, it's easy to me. I just say it.
Yeah.
That was ice cream in Spanish.
The ice cream in English said
Whoa.
with Spanish alphabet.
All right, this is cool actually. I got a little chart here. Oh, it's on Pinterest. I hate that. Don't you hate it when you go on Pinterest? It makes you like try to look at the more pictures and says you need to have a Pinterest. You probably have a Pinterest account.
Well, yeah, I definitely have a Pinterest.
All right, it tells me I have a Pinterest account. I'm like, dude, I'm not. I'm not a Pinterest account. Are you kidding me? Okay, let's look at it. So let's see what your number thing was. INFJ.
Those are letters, Dylan.
Oh yeah. INFJ. You are IN. That's ISFJ.
What?
INFJ.
It looks like a BMI chart.
Yeah. INFJ. Okay, cool. You're up here at the top. And I am
ENFP.
ENFP. ENFP. We are ENFP and INFJ. We are often listed as an ideal match.
Woo!
High five. That's cool. That's what I was hoping for. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
It's cool. I wonder how they do that.
I think one thing is like you match an extrovert with an introvert kind of deal. And then you probably have similar other qualities.
Really? I feel like
to balance people.
I like have this irrational hatred towards the shy kid in class. I used to when I was a kid. It's like that kid's shy.
I was the shy kid. Yeah, you hate
I used
our
to.
friend who's shy.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Jason.
Oh yeah, okay.
You're like, he was
I used to.
mean.
I thought you were
hated
gonna say it
him.
because like he was somebody we talked to all the time. It's like we don't want
No.
to offend him because he's gonna hear this. Okay, I don't anymore. Now I'm compassionate towards people like that now.
Okay.
Like I was talking about that kid in class that sits next to me, and he was in our group, and I was like,
And you let him not.
and I was like, yeah, well, I suggested it because I was like, oh, he doesn't want to talk. That's cool. I used to be like, dude, just talk, like, because I
What's
used to.
the big deal? Get over
Okay, because
it.
I didn't understand that other people didn't want to be, out
Yeah.
there. I didn't understand that you're happier being where you are. I just thought you didn't do it because you were shy. I was like, just don't be.
Just don't be shy.
You're
That's
not.
kinda what I did.
You're not me.
I just stopped being shy.
I think that's like pretty much sums up all human, like, conflict. You're not me.
You're not me.
You're not me.
I'm mad.
Since there were two humans, hey, wait a minute, you're not me. And that's how Cain killed Abel. That's why we're all here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get that biblical reference?
Yeah.
Pretty topical, huh? That's cool.
Wow.
Wow. The worst, the red, which is like the worst one, is called think this one got through. Oh, hey, that's how it says. Think this one through.
Think this one through. Toxic relationships, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with your Myers-Briggs.
Okay, because that's because I feel like you could be attracted to somebody who has nothing to do with your personality type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's interesting.
Yeah, I wonder what makes it like not compatible.
But
Incompatible.
so do you think this was Facebook? What demigod are you?
I think it's above.
Or was it pretty above average?
Like people of all the personality tests, like people like Myers-Briggs, but like it's just interesting.
I think it's so interesting, yeah.
But like the actual application of like, people trying to use it like in the workplace and stuff, like it doesn't really pan out.
Yeah, my psychology teacher was telling me they have like employers will have their employees take this test.
I
don't see that.
I mean, really what we can do is just look at how, like, observe how people act and like, oh, they don't like being the center of attention. Like, I'm not going to make them like be that way. You don't have to like have someone take like a 30-minute long test so they can be like, oh, you're going to get this kind of office.
Also, if my boss has me take a test, and I know it's going to depend, it's going to change where I work or maybe my pay, I'm going to answer it a lot different. It's going to be like, are you a leader? I'm going to be like, yes.
Yes.
It's like, do you work hard? Yes. Like it's not the same. Like that's stupid.
It's like the motivation behind it.
Yeah, exactly. It's different.
So I don't think anyone should use this as like an indicator of anything, but it's interesting to think about yourself in ways that
it makes you think about yourself.
Yeah.
Which I think is good. I mean, I wouldn't recommend one of those Facebook things, but I would recommend somebody this. I mean, we're doing it right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
it really shows you what your priorities are and how you react to different situations.
As long as you don't look at it like a I was gonna say horcrux. Horoscope. You don't look at it as like a horoscope, and you're like, oh, I don't think that, but that it must be me because
no, you know yourself
because a little
better.
Cartoon character of me there, so
you know yourself better than 16personalities.com.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well,
if not, go get to know yourself.
Yeah. PSA.
PSA.
Hey, all you people out there. Do we have a name for our? Like lots of people have like a name for their like listeners. Ours could just be us because that's the people listen to it. Hey, us. PSA.
Us.
If you haven't learned about your, what was it you said?
Learned about yourself.
That's not what you said.
Get to know yourself.
Get to know. If you haven't gotten to know yourself yet, go do it. One of us is gonna be having a midlife crisis when they listen to this, and they're gonna be like,
"It's gonna be me. I'll be having a midlife
crisis."
That's it.
That's it.
Oh my god. This will be really helpful down the road.
So helpful. That's cool. I don't know why this came to my head. I, on my phone, was planning some stuff on my calendar, and I have for every iPhone I've ever had, I just back it up to my computer, and then when I get my new phone, whenever I get a new phone, I plug it into the computer and reload everything that was on there. So every time I've put something on my calendar, it's still there.
Really?
And and there's some of them that for some reason repeat every year.
Yeah, that's an option you choose when you add something to your calendar.
Yeah, which makes it worse because I did this voluntary, and I marked someday in April, I don't remember, I think it was the 5th, as the day I had my first kiss. Which is stupid.
I don't even know the month of my first kiss.
I guess it's interesting, but who cares? Why did I put this so I could celebrate? Like, woo! Like, that's stupid.
Have a protein shake.
Who...
Celebrate.
Who looks back at the person that they had their first kiss with and they're like, oh, I'm still in a healthy relationship with that. The last 2 weeks, your first kiss. I don't know, I guess you're different.
I would even say the first person I had sexual relations with, like, whatever. Like, people say, like, you're going to be in love with that person for, like, the rest of... You'll always have a sweet spot.
Yeah,
I don't.
I feel like... I was just talking, I mean, if it ends badly.
Which it kind of did, but...
I'd say it ended about as bad as you can get. I'm sorry.
People say that, and I just really, at the time, I didn't see it as that bad.
I think it could be either way. But I don't think it's as big of a deal as people make it out to be. Especially if you're somebody like me, who's just like, whatever, when I get married, it'll happen. And then, who cares? Because after that, there's a bajillion more times it's going to happen. So this is just the first one. You're the least good at it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's going to be theoretically, it should be the worst one, your first time.
Yeah, and people build it up to be like special, and it's like...
Right?
It's not going to be cute.
And 30 seconds later, you're like, oh, that was stupid.
Disappointed driving home.
Driving. Yeah. That's what anyways.
Go off
I think we said all we need to say about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just had that on my phone. I thought that was weird.
You should just not have that option set as default on your calendar to.
No, it wasn't default. I made the choice to make that a reminder every year so I could remember.
It's so weird. How old were you? Like 15?
No, I was 14 or 13. But I find it hard to count. Like, I could count one or the other. Like, I could count one and be okay with it, but then I could count the other, like, the second one, technically. But the first one's so, like, you know, people say, like, oh, I had my first kiss in kindergarten. That doesn't really count, because it's like,
oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
This was the one with the computer lab, right?
Yeah, because that's the thing. I'm not going to share the whole story. We should talk about that. That's interesting, though, some other time. That's interesting, sharing those stories. But at the time, I hadn't discovered girls yet. Like, I had crushes on girls. I had crushes on girls. We should talk about that. Like, early age crushes. We'll talk about that right now. But I hadn't discovered, like, I hadn't, like, been, like, sexually awakened. Like, I never thought of girls as, like, a thing, you know, like, like, I never thought of, like, boobs or anything, ever, when I had my first kiss. And I definitely hadn't thought of, like, that I could, like, kiss a girl. I'd never thought that I, like, to do it.
That's, like, an option.
Yeah, it was just something that adults do, you know?
Yeah.
And then she kissed me, and I was like, whoa! And, like, and then afterwards, it was like, oh my gosh, this is real now. That's when I was like, oh, and then I didn't do anything about it for a year until I had my, like, actual first kiss when I was in, like, a, quote, relationship. So you can count either, I guess. I don't know. Some people, I guess it depends on what you think. Some people would say, yeah, it's your first kiss, she kissed you, and then you were like, wow, afterwards. We didn't even do anything. We were just friends again after that. It was like...
That's so funny.
Like, she had a crush on me. I did not have a crush on her until she kissed me.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But going back, do you remember who the first person you had a crush on and how old you were?
I think it was...
Please tell me it's somebody that went to our high school.
No, it was not. I have no idea
what elementary school did you go to?
Glenview Elementary School by my house, by Esperanza.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was 2nd grade, and it was this little white boy named Jacob Thermos, and then one day he farted in class. I didn't have a crush on him anymore.
Okay, mine's similar.
Really?
Yeah.
But guess who my very first kiss was in kindergarten? I don't think I've ever... No, I probably have told you this.
Oh.
Gwen Ibarra.
You have told me that, but I don't remember the story.
The context.
Oh, you guys, like, got married.
We were playing Prince and Princess.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And what did Prince and Princess do?
I don't know.
Ride into the sunset on a horse.
To me, that just sounds like incest.
No!
I think a prince and princess, I think the prince and the princess of the same kingdom, their brother and sister.
No.
I guess it's because if I ever played that game, it was with my sister, and we were...
Okay, so you have that mindset.
Yeah.
We were not trying to...
I know you were not trying to replicate incest in 2nd grade.
We're like, that was kindergarten. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
We were related and we could... Let's play it.
My first crush, her name was Jasmine.
Yeah.
I do not remember her last name. She was this Mexican girl.
Always like the Latinas. This is why this is meant to be.
You know...
Oh, your school is all Latino.
Let's talk about that later. We can talk about that when we talk about first kiss stories. But so, her name was Jasmine, and she wore this pink, fuzzy Dora sweater to school that had her name on it. That's why I remember her name, because I had her name like.
That's pretty sick.
Like.
That's pretty bad.
It was pretty dang cool, yeah.
You were like.
And I had a crush on her, and I remember not knowing the difference between having a crush on somebody and having a girlfriend. Because my uncle used to tease me, be like, oh, Dylan has a girlfriend. Like, and he wasn't like, he didn't think I did.
He was
just
making fun of you.
Yeah, because that's how you make fun of kids. Like, because he thought it would make me angry. And I'd be like, and like after I didn't like her anymore, I'd be like, no, I used to, but I don't have a girlfriend anymore.
But you thought that meant a crush.
And I didn't know the difference. But so anyways, we used to have, in my kindergarten class with Mrs. Wickenberg, we used to have, like, story time. We had this huge, like, circle mat, and they had these places, like, these red dots.
Yeah.
And everybody sat on this big red dot. And everybody had their own dot. And she just said, everybody come over to story time. We all ran over.
I remember this story now.
So we would sit wherever we wanted.
Yeah.
And I would always, like, think I always have a prayer in my heart that I would sit next to Jasmine so that I could sit next to her. You know, when you're that young, you're just like, oh, I'm near the girl that I'm
near them.
Think I have a crush on. This is the best day of my life. And so I sat next to her, and then one time I just sat down, and then like she sat next to me, and I was like, oh, what's happening? Didn't pay attention to the story at all.
Right.
And I was just the whole time like, oh my gosh. And then like we got up, and like I looked over, and there was like a big wet spot, and she had peed her pants
during the
story time.
Because during the story you can't pee because your teacher has to wait for you outside the bathroom.
And so she just peed her pants, and then I remembered like I just was like, I don't have a crush on her anymore. I was like, she's not potty trained. I used to use dog terms for people a lot when I was a kid because like potty trained.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you use that for kids?
Yeah, people say that for kids.
Maybe I use. No, I guess you're right. But I don't know. But but I used to think like you had to teach babies commands too. Like, you had to teach them like come and sit and roll over and like walk. You know.
Yeah.
So I thought like training a baby was.
Okay. Training a baby.
Yeah. We should start a parenting podcast. Training your baby. Yeah, with the little like dog whistle that's like.
Like spray them when they do something wrong. They just don't get it because their brain's not developed.
But yeah, that was my first crush. And then I had a crush on... I'm sure there's another crush in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But I did like this girl named Alexa. It was really pretty, who was also Latina. I don't know. It's all making more sense to me now. Yeah. And I just liked her because she was pretty, and because we sat next to each other in like 3rd grade. Mm-hmm. And she would always give me chocolate.
Wow.
And she let me borrow her Smensels.
Oh, dang.
Did you ever have Smensels?
I didn't.
Do you know what they are?
Yeah.
Smensels are the cool. They come in those tubes that break like constantly. Yeah. They turn into like shards in your backpack.
It's like short plastic. No, I never had one of those.
I used to think it was like the coolest thing that they were made of paper.
Oh, yeah.
I used to think that was so cool. I was like, how does paper be rigid like a wood? Like, how is it? Like, paper's flimsy.
Yeah.
Not like the stern wood of a pencil. I think that was such cool technology. But she let me borrow her Smensels and, like, give me a different flavor. I'd be like, this is awesome. I had a huge crush on her. And then I had a crush on this girl named Jessie, who's this redheaded girl with freckles, who was at my school for a year. Mm-hmm. And I only had a crush on her because she was the only other Caucasian girl besides my sister in the entire school.
I was going to say, do you trust redheads?
Not anymore.
Same.
I feel like I wasn't born with that. I wasn't born. It was alert. I didn't come out the womb like, oh, that nurse is a redhead. But like, yeah, I'm totally.
Yeah.
At least I'm not saying, disclaimer.
Maybe you're the 1% of redheads. It's totally normal.
Look, you may be redhead and you may be a very trustworthy person. All I'm saying is that every single redhead I've met, I wouldn't trust.
Anymore.
At all.
Wouldn't trust her with my Smensel.
No. But she had cute bangs, and I liked her because she was also Caucasian.
That's great.
For some reason. And then after that, I don't know.
I had one more crush in elementary school, and it was a big one. It was for 2 years.
Ooh.
On this kid named Bailey Mason, who now looks exactly like Ryan, but maybe like 5 inches shorter.
That's a big difference.
And he was just one of those, you know how like elementary school, like girls and guys are like arch enemies?
Yeah.
Like I was really mean to boys, because I'm like, I can't be friends with boys. I'm a girl. Like,
yeah, cooties.
They're disgusting. They're mean, you know. So I was really mean to boys.
It's always like boys versus girls when you played certain games.
So he was the one who was like, didn't participate in that. He was like really nice and sweet. And I wrote like probably a dozen songs about how I was in love with him. Dang. But I only talked to him like twice in those 2 years. And I was like so afraid to ask him to sign my yearbook that I like had my friend ask him for me.
For real?
Yeah.
I don't remember having yearbooks in elementary school. Oh
We
no, I do.
had, like,
They were
little
crappy.
ones.
They're like in black and white, the whole thing.
Ours were nicer.
No, I went to a poor school.
I went to a poor school that had a rich PTA.
My school was named after the Mexican president Benito Juarez. Yeah.
That's cute. Our school was poor. Like, a lot of kids, like, couldn't afford, like, shoes and, like they get, like, free lunch and
Yeah, same.
backpacks and stuff and,
But it
like,
wasn't.
lower income.
At my school, it was just like the thing, though. It was like everybody was like that.
I would say ours is, like, half.
I remember growing up
Impoverished and half,
thinking that I was so like good at English. I'm so good. I was like, I just like think of the like I just the sentences just come out. Like,
Because you just like weren't raised bilingual.
Well, yeah, no.
Or
because
with a different.
That's the thing,
language.
because lots of these kids don't speak English when they hit
Spanish
kindergarten
is their
because their
first
parents do
language.
not speak English, so they can't teach them English. So they hit kindergarten, and kindergarten and first and second grade are English second language.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why they make like pre-K now, especially for kids who only speak Spanish.
Right. And
which is really helpful over
yeah,
here.
no, for sure. But back then I don't think it was all at all like that really.
It's just like you better catch up.
Yeah, it was just
You better watch
they
some,
just
like,
adapted. They're like
American cartoons every weekend.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, it's totally viable, especially in that part of Anaheim, to just live without speaking English.
Totally.
I met a woman the other day at the soup kitchen, I think I told you this, who had like 5 or 6 kids with her. And they were coming to get clothes, and I was showing them around, and the woman did not speak like any English. So I was speaking to her all in Spanish, and I asked her like, "How long have you been here for?" And she's like, 17 years. I was like, "How's your English?" She's like, "Oh, it's really bad. Like I can't speak English." 17 years.
We've had this
And I'm not trying to
conversation before.
I'm not trying to say she's stupid. She can't learn English. I'm just saying you can live in that part. There's of Anaheim, or there's lots of places where you can just. It's fine to live that way.
Yeah.
You can live that way. You can't do that where I was living, like in Argentina, because the only words that people know in English are they go, hello, hello, and I'm like, okay. Or they see the 2 L's.
Yeah.
And they just change it to the double L.
Yeah.
And so, but in Argentina they speak weird, so they don't say they wouldn't say ello, they'd say ello. So they'd be like ello to me, and that means hello.
That's so funny. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. And at first I thought they were saying like ellos.
Yeah, like those guys.
And my companion explained to me, he's like, no, they think they're saying hello. I was like, how?
They're saying.
And I had to like go through like 4 steps in my head. I'm like, take out the H because it doesn't make a noise, and then double L makes a Y. No, but here it makes a sh. Oh, that's stupid.
That's funny.
But yeah, you could totally live like that.
You can. There's definitely communities that allow for you to just not have to speak
No,
English.
for sure. And that's not bad. It's just a thing.
No, but it does prevent people from, I think, seeking employment.
Yeah, okay. It does make things hard. It's kind of like coddling a little bit. You know what I mean?
A little bit. You're like
you kind of need to throw them under the bus a tiny bit, but at the same time, I don't want them to come here and be like, discouraged.
Yeah.
Because they can't do anything. But at the same time, you kind of need a little bit of that. At least I did.
Yeah.
I 100% understand this. From every perspective possible.
Yeah.
What it's like to feel super discouraged because you don't understand a word anybody's saying.
Exactly.
And it's not bad, but it's just a thing, And I mean, you go over there, and at least where I used to live, like the closest grocery store to me is in Northgate Market. And their slogan, their actual slogan is "Te da más." Like, we give you more, like you get more for your price.
Yeah.
Like, and you go in there and it's all in Spanish. The aisle numbers are in Spanish, and like the numbers are numbers, but I mean like, I meant like because you walk in, they have the big sign up there.
Cereal.
And it says, yeah. Okay, well, cereal, cereal.
I chose
it's just the accent, but like it'll say all the stuff, like instead of the beans, it'll say frijoles.
Yeah.
And all this stuff, and it's not imported food. There's not an imported food section like in like Ralph's or something.
No, everyone knows.
Or Smart and Final.
Is all.
There's not the imported section where you get the jarritos and all the like sangria.
Foods.
Yeah. And like you can get the Coca-Cola. It's like hecho en Mexico and all that stuff. That's just what they got. You know, that's not the imported foods. That's the whole thing. So you can live here and you can pretty much eat the same kind of food, and everything. So I think that's cool. It's definitely nice for me because I like that food a lot. It's delicious.
Me too.
And I like the language a lot. Spanish is my favorite thing ever. I don't know if I told you. I 100% switched my major.
No way, to what? To Spanish?
Yeah.
Really?
So.
Why'd you have to think about it? You forgot.
Well, it is Spanish.
Okay.
And this is like really cool. 100% different because I wanted to be a psychologist, to be a marriage and family counselor, get my master's, and then my doctorate. And then I realized school's the worst, and that's a job that you work a lot. And look, I have no problem working a lot, but I realized being a good dad is a lot more important to me.
Right.
I want to be able to provide, because that's something I feel like it's a duty of mine, of both parents, to provide for their kids. But that's not as important as, you know, being there, providing emotionally for your kids and being there and being a good dad, and that's what I want to be 100%. So I decided I wanted to look for something that would be more of that. And And I thought, well, it's going to have to be something probably less paying. It doesn't pay as well. It's going to be something that way I kind of have the same schedule as my kids. And so I looked back on what I used to want to be when I was a kid before I thought about money so much. And I really wanted to be a teacher, like a high school teacher.
I could totally see that.
And so I want to go get my teaching credential and be a Spanish music teacher. Spanish teacher, but I could also I could totally teach music. Absolutely. I'm going to do what I need to do to be able to be qualified to teach music as well.
That is so cool.
But I just want to be like a high school teacher and teach Spanish. You know, did you ever...
I love that.
You took French in high school.
No, I took Spanish.
You did?
I don't know French.
I'm thinking of the other Courtney. I'm sorry. Oh. That's so mean. I was just hanging out with her recently. Courtney. That's why. I was just hanging out with her. Okay. We were talking about this.
I'm Knees.
Yeah, I know. She's Court and you're
Knees. Yeah.
So, anyways. But so... Okay, yeah. What were we talking about?
You're like, you took French.
Oh, like, so, okay, you took Spanish. Did you ever have Mr. Getchy?
No, I took honors.
Mr. Getchy taught honors.
I didn't have him then.
Oh, okay. He goes to, like, the same church as me. He was a missionary in Mexico.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's, like, totally super white dude. Speaks fluent, amazing Spanish. I never had him either, but I only know him because, you know.
Okay.
His son, he's kind of old now, but his son was, like one of my teachers in like Sunday school. He's the dopest dude ever. I love him. Shout out to Tyler Getchy.
If you're listening,
shout out to Getch Dog. Yeah, Mr. Getchy. Everybody loves that guy. He's super cool.
Yeah. And
he taught Spanish, and I just remember thinking about that. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, man. I'd like to be like at a high school.
Yeah. Did you ever have Mr. Shellman?
I did not. I heard a lot about him.
Yeah, he was so strict that, like, when he walked out of the room to, like, go use the restroom or, like, go get something, you'd hear everyone go, because we could breathe again.
Really? Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I'll think about myself, like, as a teacher.
Yeah.
I want to be, like Isaac Owens. You know Mr.
You'd be
Owens?
Cool, yeah.
I love it. He'd show up to school in, like a Volcom t-shirt and Vans and, like, skinny jeans. I called him Isaac.
Yeah.
His wife is the coolest too, Mrs. Owens.
Shout out to Kathleen.
Shout out to Kathleen and Isaac. Couple of goals right
there. We can call them that. We've been graduated for a long time.
I called them that before.
Okay.
I called a lot of teachers by my first. I probably would have called Mrs. Leonard Whitney if I didn't also. If I didn't also know Whitney.
Yeah.
I called her Leo. Mrs. Callahan, I'd call Megan. Mrs. Callahan's freaking cool. And then Isaac and I'd call Isaac, but Mr. Owens, I'd call him that, like, for real.
Yeah.
But you know, Mrs. Owens, I'd call her Kathleen, like, joking. Only when Isaac was there. Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
And I'd just be like, couples goals. Or the only time I ever had a quote in the school newspaper, the Azlan or the Azlan. I don't know how they say it.
I don't know how to say it either.
I know what the real word should be, but I don't know if they spelled it that way. Anyways, it's like an Aztec thing. But my only quote was about, they asked, like, who's like your favorite teacher? And I was like, Mr. Owens. he's a really good teacher and a good husband, and he's dad goals.
Dad goals.
That's what I said. And then that quote made it in the yearbook.
Love it.
Our senior year.
I made the yearbook senior year. I don't remember that.
You made the year. Oh yeah, you made the yearbook. Yeah,
I did.
When I say made the yearbook, I did not actually create it. I just meant it.
I did.
She put
with
it
my
in.
personality.
Yeah, I made
single-handedly.
No, but yeah, I want to be a teacher like that. That's cool.
That's really cool.
I think he's the coolest dude ever. But anyways, I want to be like a cool teacher like that, and like
that's awesome.
I want kids to actually learn Spanish, and want to learn Spanish.
Yeah.
Because like I wanted to learn Spanish. I took Spanish 1 twice and failed it twice.
You did?
Yeah, with Mrs. Marshall.
Oh, I forgot.
Mrs. Marshall's a great teacher though. I really liked her. A lot of people made fun of her because she was like too innocent and she wasn't really funny, but I thought she was really nice. Mm-hmm. We email sometimes. I talked to her in Spanish, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so glad." She's like, "I told my class about you, that you took my class, and then you learned Spanish." And because I told her it helped.
Really?
Okay, and I told her it helped not because... I told her it helped because I wanted to learn Spanish.
Yeah.
Because I always did, but because she made me want to learn Spanish, because it was, like, good. She's like, she told us why it's useful, you know? It's like you're taking German, and they're like, "Oh, you need German because you'll use it every day living in Southern California." I don't have plans to go to Germany, so I don't care.
Yeah.
But, like, she'd tell us, like, "Hey, everybody speaks Spanish." And I'm like, yeah, I grew up where... I wish I could have understood those kids. And I found it easy to me because I'm good at Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm good at all languages, but I don't care about any others because I learned Spanish. I'm good now. But I would like to help kids to realize that it's good and that it's nice. Mm-hmm. And it definitely helped me a lot with, like, not to get too political, but, like, understanding immigrants.
Bring that up.
Understanding immigrants. Yeah, kind of, but, like...
having more empathy for people who are different from you.
Totally, yeah, for sure. Learning a new language.
It's almost like appreciating their culture by learning their language.
Absolutely, 100%. And with Spanish, you learn to appreciate... so many diverse cultures.
Yeah. So many countries.
Absolutely.
Did you see that headline on Fox News that was like 3 Mexican countries?
No.
Like they cut off aid to Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala, and it said 3 Mexican countries. And
well,
so,
there you go. Stuff like that.
If you took a Spanish class, like, you would know.
And Spanish, too, what I liked about my Spanish class is I remember in the textbook, there would be like, this thing happens in this country, and like... churros y chocolate. Yeah. Totally a page.
I could see the picture.
And so, like, yeah, I remember, like, looking at those things and be like, oh, it's not all Mexico.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm saying that, like, people, the media makes us think it's all Mexico. It's just hard to not think that way, because everybody we know that speaks Spanish...
we're born
generally
in Mexico.
was born in Mexico or is Mexican.
Everyone who's Hispanic, we're gonna assume they're Mexican.
Yeah, like I served in Argentina, and people ask me all the time, "Oh, are you sick of tacos and burritos?" I did not have a taco or a burrito for 2 years. They don't even have tortillas down there. They don't know what tortillas are.
Yeah.
It's really far geographically. It is
people
really far away.
Tacos and burritos.
Absolutely, people ask me that all the time.
Oh my god.
My friend, well, I'm not gonna say who. One of my friends. When I told her I was going to Argentina, she's like, Argentina? Where's that at?
Argentina?
She thought it was like a European country or something. I'm like, you gotta know.
Or like
something.
People are like, okay. So are you Mexican?
And that's
like,
the thing.
My grandma's from Honduras, and they're like, what's that?
Yeah, okay, exactly. It's not like, and that's the thing. Argentina's not like El Salvador, where it's like a tiny little country and not like...
No,
Argentina's the second largest country in
messy,
South America.
Like, huge center for...
But, like, it's the second largest country in South America. Has one of the 7 wonders of the world in it.
I didn't even know that.
It's the Iguazu Falls.
Right, okay.
And it's a big deal. I mean, it's not that big of a deal compared to, like,
but people
the United
know
States.
Argentina more than they know, like, any country in, like, Central America.
Yeah, but but at the same time, everything's it's Mexico.
All Mexico. Just everything.
Even
south
I did. Because I thought that they ate, like, lots of beans down there and stuff. And I did not. They don't even have the same word for beans. Everybody knows the word for beans is frijoles.
Yeah.
In Argentina, they don't know what that means. They say porotos.
Porotos.
And that's like a... I don't know if it's direct translation from Portuguese, but I know that if you call someone a poroto in, like, Brazil, it's like you're, like, a nerd, like, you're lame, you're a herb. Like, you're a poroto.
That's weird.
But I know it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I want to do that. I'm going to be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
You pursue that. And if you feel like you're not making enough money, you can also be like a translator for the government.
Well, so that's the thing.
My middle school teacher would do that.
That's the thing with the kids, because that's the most. When my kids are in school, I will have the exact same schedule as them.
Right.
Which I think is awesome. And then there's the summers off, paid summers off.
Paid.
You get your salary all year round.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. I was just talking to my aunt.
My mom's a teacher.
my aunt was a math teacher, and she did.
Where did she work?
At a high school.
Like a public high school?
Yeah. Either way, you don't have to work summers, and that's great for...
Oh, like your salary. But you're not paid. You're not, like, receiving paychecks during the
No.
Okay.
No,
I thought you meant
That's not what I mean. No.
No, like
but you don't work summers.
Yeah, you have a salary, and that includes you not working summers.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's not... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like a paid vacation, but...
No.
you don't work summers, which is awesome. And, it's really retirement. Teachers get... retire with their salaries, usually.
If you work for like several decades.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not going to work for less than that, I mean. But I think that'd be cool, and I'd really like to do it.
It would be cool. Would you want to teach in Southern California?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm not leaving Southern California.
Good, don't leave.
I don't know. I'm going to go study in Utah.
Yeah.
But then I'm coming right back.
You can't surf there, just always remember that.
I don't surf here.
You don't.
I haven't surfed since I got
Everyone's granola there.
Oh, did I teach you that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it already is granola there. Yeah, I think that concludes this episode of Shock Tell, the talk show where we ask the important questions.
This is great. We asked a lot of questions.
Yeah, we took a survey that had like 50 questions on it, so yeah, we technically asked a lot of questions. Mm-hmm. But anyways, thank you for listening, us. In the future.
Hope you appreciate
Hope you enjoyed this freaking hour and 45 minute. Wow, that was long.
It was long.
It's cool. It's fun.
It's fun.
I like this because you can do this with lots of different people. Like I can have lots of people on here and we can talk about whatever.
Yeah.
And it's cool. But anyways, join us next time. This is gonna be just on YouTube. This one. In the future, the plan is to live stream these on Instagram with like a camera and everything. But I don't feel like doing all that right now, so we're just gonna throw the logo thumbnail up and upload this on YouTube.
Sounds good.
It's really fun. Thanks for listening.
Perfect.